there's a part of you that feels like you need to wait. And this message is coming through when you're clicking on this. I'm hearing today is as good as good as you can ever think the perfect moment is going to be. The person I'm connecting with right now, you, I feel like you're waiting for the boom, the go. You're someone who's intuitive, tapped in. You're in conversation with your higher self. The universe has been giving you signs. You've been, in conversation. You're hearing and you're sensing, and you know that there's something that you're ready to put. I'm hearing one foot in front of the other. So this can mean that there's a move that you know that you've been wanting to make, you're ready to make, you've been planning to make. Okay, there's the move. What's the move? Let me know. And I'm just hearing maybe not this month, maybe next month, or maybe not this season, or maybe when I'm finished with my period, or maybe when I'm free, or whatever it is. And I'm hearing for you, it's all a trap. It's all a trap. Something's sticking. Doggo's hair. Okay, it's a trap that your ego is telling you to hold back, to still rely on external things like timing. The time is always now. Okay? When you look at the time is always now. The time is always now. In this present moment is all we have. In this moment is when magic happens. And by the way, when I'm channeling these messages, I'm channeling through your higher self, your God consciousness, what you know deeply to be true within you. I'm your mirror, I'm reflecting it back to you. So this is a no coincidence that you know that thing that I'm talking about, you both, and well, you and I know, there's a move that you want to make, even if it's like a small move, like book that trip, go sign up for that class, delete that account. Like I'm hearing something like, I don't know why I'm hearing the words scam or spam. Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't know what that means. Let me know if you're resonating with that. I feel like maybe you're dealing with something like that, or I don't know. Anyway, so when you are feeling into this, I'm also tapping into, I see stars as well. I see star cutouts. So maybe there's something with your kids' school, your kids' room decoration, or maybe there's something star related. Let me know down below. When I'm channeling, through this message, we have, the overall arching, and we also have some, very specific for some of you guys who really need a specific connection, and that's like an extra push that your higher self is like, yeah, it's you, let's move. Okay, what am I hearing? I'm hearing for you, this is time to pack your bags, to close off the bags. I'm seeing like a bag with the strings. Okay, so maybe you're holding that right now, you're putting things in, you're closing it. There's something about packing the bags. You could be going somewhere, or you can put something away. I'm hearing for the majority of you, I'm hearing 80% of you, you're putting something in like a drawstring bag, maybe a jewelry or something. I'm hearing like semi-precious to you, or you don't need it anymore. Like you're like, okay, I'm done with that. Closing it, putting it away. So what that tells me is that you're in this phase right now, that you're stepping into a new phase of your life. You're in the phase of like, I'm done with this, or you're waiting to be done with something specific, and you're wanting to come into something new. And you're just waiting for the yes, for the I don't know, 1111, or some archangel to come up here. Who knows, right? But I'm hearing for you that is now. It's now, is today, whether you're making an inquiry on that property you want to buy or rent, send that email, whether it's a phone call, whether it's putting your clothes away, whether it's taking that suitcase out, dusting it off and start packing things. I'm hearing like today is the day. Like you gotta make a move, okay? If you know that's you and you know you're making a move, like this video and let me know down below. Put some bag, luggage emoji, or tell me that is you. I'm hearing for you, it's not about making it a big deal. And sometimes in life, we put these big moves on a pedestal. Like we think it's a big decision of our life, but it doesn't have to be a big decision. You know, like handing in your resignation letter can just be a moment. Of course, you know, it's emotional and all of that, but it doesn't have to be like a big moment. It's all what you think of it. It's like, you know, a lot of people have the fear of going on stage and doing the public speaking things, but it's just in your mind. Like, you don't have to make it a big deal. You don't have to make speaking in front of thousands of people a big deal. I know I had that fear. You know, I had that fear of speaking in front of people. You know, I had a lot of insecurity with my voice and my accent, especially, you know, growing up in Vietnam, moving to Canada when I was 8 years old, not knowing the language. I was really badly teased and bullied, you know, to a point where I just wanted to be mute. You know, I play mute for some time so then people wouldn't like bully me and make fun of me. So like I didn't want to speak up. And that developed into a fear of speaking to even just one person. It developed into social anxiety, you know, speaking even in large groups of people. But, you know, like when I overcame all that fear by making YouTube videos, I began getting speaking opportunities in front of like hundreds and thousands of people. And it didn't scare me. It didn't make me feel at all like I once did. And actually one of the what you call it, like one of the speaking events I was at, there were hundreds of people there, and my hair was even wet. My hair was wet. I didn't, you know, brush it, you know, like today, you know, out of the shower. And I just didn't make it a big deal. You know, I didn't make anything a big deal. And I think that's the way, you know, when I train people to step into the soul purpose, new earth leader, what I would say is you don't have to make something a big deal. It's all in your head. Okay, so just be chill about it. I'm feeling maybe you're making this big move of your life, like, oh my God, it's like this monumental move of my life. Maybe you're like thinking that if you don't do it right, it's gonna be over. Or like you feel like you have to prove or you have to something, okay? So I'm hearing like examine your negative beliefs, but more your subconscious belief of it's not about a move. Like you already know that you wanted to make that move, you want to do that thing, but I feel like there's something that is more hidden. You're like, oh, but what if I show up and like, you know, and I don't know how to do it, and then I'm gonna not go and I'm gonna lose my money, like a gym class or something, right? Or like, oh, people wanna look at me like I don't know how to lift weight, or you know what I mean? And then you know, it's like all of these things that kind of prevents you, or like maybe you're like afraid to tell your friends and your family that you're gonna do this business thing or this online thing, and what if you don't make it, you know, you have like no followers or whatever, and then like they're gonna make fun of you and you feel like a failure. So I'm hearing something like that, something similar. It may be different, you know, case by case, but the overall energy is that there's like some underlying fear for you to examine. Okay, and when you're going through these kind of things, it's important for you to remember that the God essence within you, you are the creator of your life. The outer people is just responding to your energy and your frequency and your vibration. So what does that mean? It means that when you're in fear consciousness, when you're in doubt consciousness, the outer world, and a lot of the time via people, they're going to reflect that back to you. They're going to tell you doubtful things. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to start a YouTube channel? You know, when I started out, you know, I when I was like not really sure, you know, of myself, and I mean, I didn't tell anyone about it, honestly. Only like my family knew because I was living with them at the time. And, you know, I remember my mom would like, you know, go into the kitchen where I was doing my filming. I was, you know, stacking instant noodle boxes and the phone that wasn't even the latest model. You know, it was humble. Okay, those days were humble days. Start from the bottom, now we're here, right? And you know, she would say like, Tina, get a real job. She was like, why don't you apply for like a part-time job or something? Like, what are you doing? You know, you have a university degree, you had a good job. and what are you doing, So I felt really hurt by that, and it was something that inside of me, I didn't believe in myself 100%. So then I, manifested that situation of my mom reflecting it back to me. But when I began to really be secure and confident in who I am and why I'm here and my purpose and how I serve, not only my mom, who thought this whole YouTube thing was craziness, I'm wasting my life, I think it was a year later or something like that. She was like, oh my gosh, Tina, teach me how to do this. And I taught her. I think she grew to, I don't even know, couple hundreds of following and thousands of views in a very short time. So anyway, she had a lot of success in her own YouTube channel, and she found a lot of joy in it. And you see, that's the thing. You shape your outer world. Your outer world is a mirror. We live in the house of mirrors. The outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So when you're playing with the fragments, when you're like, oh my God, these are the people who are showing me, I'm not good enough or whatever, and you're focusing on them, you're never going to change your life. So you have to be the one to change it first. You have to be the one to make the move first. You have to be the one who find security and confidence and trust and believing in yourself and your vision and your move before the world can catch up. Okay? So this is why this video finds you right now at the perfect time. And I find it really interesting because some of you guys actually tell me that you would watch a certain part and then, I don't know, internet got cut out, or you had to go and do something, and then you would get back to it the next day or next days, and it would be the perfect time that you needed to hear that second part because you had to go through certain things. And sometimes when I work with my clients one-on-one, when they book the one-on-one session with me and we have a follow-up call, and they're like, oh, I was going to book the follow-up call. Dodo. Dodo, it's okay. The doggo is a little Wolfie. Hey, you, sit. I don't really know how to train dogs, but hi. Okay, you're good. Woof. Okay, woof. Okay, so back to what was it? So yeah, when I work with my one-on-one clients, and they were like, okay, I had to book this call, that follow-up call, and then they're like, oh, there's something I feel like there was a time messed up thing where they're like, I thought it was this time, and then my conversion was this, and then basically they had to rebook it. And then they're like, it worked out perfectly because during that time, some awakening, some realization, some aha moment needed to happen. And then they had that session with me, and then we can unfold it and unlock it and tap into it. So when you're watching this video, it's always the perfect time. When you're tapping into anything, like even a book that you're like, oh my God, why can't I just finish this? Maybe you're meant to get back at the page 62, 2 years later, when you've gone through certain experiences, and that is the page that you need to hear, or same with this video. So whatever you're hearing right now, whatever I'm reflecting back to you, remember, I'm your mirror. When you think of me as your mirror, as a channel, you'll get more, okay, from what I'm sharing. This is what I tell my audience and my people. It's beyond, it's beyond separation. When you look at people and things as separations, you're not going to get the wisdom from it. So knowing that when you're hearing this, when you're receiving the messages, you're meant to receive these reflections at the perfect time. So this is the time for you to begin to trust in the reality that is beyond what we think we know. And a lot of people approach spirituality or understanding reality from a very intellectual level only, which is great. You can write a book or two about it, or maybe you read a lot of books about it. That's nice, right? It's cute. So how do you embody it though, right? You can know how this works. You can know what I'm saying. You've heard of it before. Your reality is a reflection. You hear these things, but do you live it? Do you embody that? Do you actually know it? right? And how do you know it? Like, do you react to the outside world? How much you react, it shows how much you don't know, right? How much you're still in the loop, in the fear, in the doubt, and waiting for something outside to give you a go is how much you don't know how this reality works. So it's very important that you like, whoa, I just got caught up in that for a second. Every one of us, okay, we get caught up because this reality is meant to kind of loop you, right? Through the distraction, through the, look, I'm real, this is real, this is real, this is real. None of this is real, okay? These are all projections. We're in a dream. We're dreaming a dream right now. And the ones who are awakening to this dream, you become the conscious dreamer. And what happens when you become a conscious dreamer? You know how dream works. You know certain things that induces things in a dream, right? Anyone has that experience, right? When you have a stressful day and before bed you think of stressful things, and then what happens in your dream? You have nightmares, right? Anyone? Tell me. Let me know, right? And then certain things like that, and certain thing that doesn't really make sense. So we're here to remember reality. We're here to remember that we're in a dream. And it's not cut and dry. It cannot be explained through logic. There's a lot of intricacies around it. And you can only understand it when you surrender to your God essence, to your nature as spirit, infinite, eternal spirit. So when you are in that, you'll understand that everything is attracting to you, magnetizing in for you to get to know yourself better, your true reality better, for you to become more of who you truly are. And once you understand that, you're not going to be spending time hating on people, debating with people, having intellectual debates. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Okay? You stay in your own lane, you change things from within, you know that the time is always now because the God essence exists beyond time and space. So if you want to experience miracles, you have to work in the miracle mindedness. Okay? You cannot work from the 3D and expect miracle. It doesn't work like that. Okay? When you work in the 3D, you're going to be working in a very linear way. And it's going to feel dragging. It's going to feel like hard work. But when you're working with the miracle, you're working with the quantum field. You're tapping into the intricacy of reality. You are awakening to your role as the conscious streamer. And you say, well, this is what I like to happen. This is what I'm going to collapse. This is what I'm going to move. You do it all energetically. And once you understand that this world is an energetic world, it's a world of projections. And once you really get it, okay, not just like I read it before, once you really embody it and live your life like that, you're going to experience miracles. Not like a rare thing, like people say, every day is a miracle, every moment is a miracle. You understand that, okay? And manifestation is like, oh my God, I manifested it. It's not like that anymore. It's always happening. You're just becoming conscious that you're always attracting what you are, okay? You're always attracting the exact thing that is in alignment with you. That's it. You're just being conscious of it. That's why it's called manifestation. But it's not about manipulation. It's not about making something happen. You don't make anything happen. It already happens. You're just aligning with the different realities. Okay? So remember, the time is now. Do the thing. Let me know. Okay? And let me know if this resonates. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. You want to work with me? Down below in the description, in the pinned comment. One-on-one, group. And I have individual activations for you to take your New Earth guide, the role as guide, healer, New Earth leaders in the next level. I'll see you in the next one.